Oh. Guys, hello, it's me. I haven't vlogged in a little while, and it's because I have just been a little bit busy with everything. Plus, I found out whenever I vlog like this, you hear the mic like real bad because I don't have a mic on me because I left it at home. Don't ask me why. But whenever I'm driving, you can hear like a really hard vibration or something, and then you don't hear me well. So I kind of avoided vlogging in the car, but I bet it's really doable if I have my mic, but I just don't have my mic right now. But I still wanted to come on here to give it just a tiny life update because I've been working and I've been working and I've been hanging out with people I love and my sister, and we went horse riding today. We also went horse riding last week. Last week we did Western horse riding, so we did that, and it was very doable. It was really fun. I don't have a lot of footage, guys. It's because when you're on the horse, you're basically not really allowed to have your phone in your hand. And I try to take pictures and videos just for the memories, but yeah, you're not really allowed to have your phone in your hand when you're riding. And I really wanted to put my phone somewhere to film us, but it's kind of weird going there and then be like, oh, can I please put my phone here on a stand and film us? Because the person that teaches us in that moment is also going to be on camera. And some people are just like uncomfortable with it. So I don't want to be weird about it and ask it. But so I missed a moment that I wish I had on cam, but I didn't. But it was me and my sister. And we were riding our horses, and it was Western riding, and Western is like really different from English horse riding. And my horse, so I was walking I was walking behind my sister, and at some point my horse just didn't want to go on the right side, so I passed her on the wrong side. And the moment I passed her on the wrong side, my horse just got scared of something. Like, I don't know what it was, probably like a car somewhere. And my horse started galloping, like running. And I was like, shit, because we went from just normal walking to basically running. And I just had to hold on to that horse for dear life because I didn't want to fall. And what I didn't know is my sister was behind me, but her horse obviously also went after my horse, because if one horse gets scared, the other horse is gonna get scared too. So both of us went into gallop. I'm not even sure if that's the right term for it in English. We went galloping without knowing and without being prepared. So that was a tiny bit scary because at some point I did thought I was going to fall, but none of us fell. We were doing really good for the first time after a long while. And we just sat down and held it down until the horses were done with being scared. So that was it was a fun experience, but it was also really scary in that moment. But obviously after, we always laugh about things like that. And yeah, so this week, today, I just finished horse riding with my sister, and we did English riding, and that's what we did when we were younger. So a little backstory: when we were younger, I think I was maybe around 11 or like 10, 9, 10 or 11, like I'm not quite sure. My sister's 4 years older, so she was probably like 13, 14, 15 maybe. We did some lessons on the horse, English riding, and it was really fun back then. It was also different because obviously you're a child and your legs aren't that long and you can't steer that well, and you just don't have as much power as you have when you're older. And I really did notice it, but it was honestly really fun. And we also remembered a lot more than we thought we would. And I just really didn't expect us to be completely fine when we started the English lesson, that we would be literally fine. We did what we did, and that was enough, because we remembered a lot of the stuff from when we were younger. But my sister did know more than I did, because after I quit riding a horse when I was younger. Do I hear sirens? Okay, sometimes in my head I hear sirens, guys. I think I'm just a bit scared. So she knows more than I do, because when I quit horse riding, she still did a lot of horse riding at a certain point. And I also did it, but not really that much, because she actually had like a horse she took care of, and I didn't. And I was also like a lot younger, so when you're younger, it's like further away for you. So I didn't know what she was saying, but then at some point she was like, okay, we're gonna go to the X, and then I don't see an X anywhere. And then she's like, Elizabeth, the X is invisible. The X is nowhere. It's in the middle. And I'm like, okay. But yeah, it was not bad at all. Like, we remembered so many things from back then. And it was so much fun, guys. I really liked it. I was sweating my ass off. It was so hot. After sitting and standing and sitting and standing and sitting and standing. And that's what you do all the time with horse riding, right? So I was just so hot at some point. I was like sweating. It was dripping off my nose and everything. But I really did like it. And yeah, I'm not sure which one I like better. I really like Western as well. So we're gonna see how many times we're gonna go take lessons. But yeah, we're gonna still get some private lessons to begin with. Like the two of us, so we can still get used to, the galloping, the sitting down, how to really efficiently steer. Do you even say steer the horse? Guide the horse, towards where you want to go. And I think we maybe need 3 lessons, maybe, because even today, the person that taught us today, she was like, oh, you guys, you can see that you have experience. And it's different from people that don't have experience, like any experience. So I think we need like maybe 3 more private lessons before we can go into the class. But what the thing is that I keep thinking about is, when I was younger, I never had private lessons. I immediately started in a group. My very first time in a group. I didn't even know how to start riding, how to start the horse, basically. I didn't know. So everyone went, and I was just standing there, and I did, because that's what you heard in movies and cartoons and stuff. And I thought that's what you had to do. And it wasn't. Maybe in Western, I don't know. But that was the funny thing about it. Plus, my very first time, and every single time after that time, I was in a group's lesson. Isn't that crazy? Because now I'm an adult, and then now I cannot go into the group's lesson in the first instance, even though I do have experience. But I don't know, maybe my mom couldn't afford a private lesson. I don't know. But yeah, that was my experience. And my sister and I were gonna try to ride a couple times a month. So maybe every week, 1 time a week. And yeah, we're first gonna do the private lessons. If I really don't like it after, I can always stop, because I also don't want to do something that I am not sure of, that I really like it, I want to go there. Yeah, with pleasure. I want to go there with, with excitement. So yeah, I'm gonna think about it. I'm definitely going to do the private lesson with my sister, but after that, I'm gonna reevaluate and then think about, is it really something for me? Do I really like it? Am I gonna invest time and money into this rather than other things? And yeah, that's it basically. Honestly, because I know my sister is gonna do it, I would do it just for my sister. I'm not lying. I would do it just for my sister so I can see my sister at least one time a week and do an activity with her. But that shouldn't be the motivation, right? Anyway, guys, this was my little life update. It's going well at work. I am really, 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 really appreciative that I have Friday off, because I cannot imagine having to go to work tomorrow. I would be devastated. And then having 2-day weekend and your Sunday is basically not a weekend because you gotta do a lot of errands. And Sunday, you cannot even sleep until later. And no, stay awake until later because you gotta work the next day. So when you have a 3-day weekend, that's when you have a 2-day weekend, basically. Because then you can, oh no, that's not right. Yes, no, that's right. I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna say it again. A 3-day weekend is basically a 2-day weekend because one day is gone. You gotta do groceries, you gotta do laundry, you gotta clean, you gotta vacuum, and then the other day you can like relax and hang out and stuff. But it's never gonna be the same if you have 2 days, guys. And I care a little bit more about my mental health than about a company that's not mine. So I'm blessed that I have this choice. I'm appreciative. And yeah, what else? I just really love my life right now. And I think it's mainly because I have my sister nearby. She's close. She's still in the same city. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the near future, because it can happen that I get, like another job, or that I have to move somewhere else because I can't find a house in this city. And yeah, I mean, the chances are pretty high that that's gonna happen, which is quite sad, but nothing I can do about. Yeah, so that's that, guys. And what else? Oh, the orthodontist, maybe? I'm also still in that whole process. I'm gonna have to see when I'm gonna go again before I can decide if I am going to get braces right now. And that's gonna be a little while. I think maybe like another month or two before I know that. That's fine. I can still live with this, the time being. I'm not gonna die. But yeah. Sorry, I really can't do 2 things at the same time. Oh, I'm a master. I could have done it like this, but I just want a little bit more space on my side. We're there. I arrived at home. And yeah, I'm gonna live my weekend and be happy. I can't believe I'm PMSing and I'm still saying things like this, but I am really appreciative. I ordered new books. I'm really, really, really excited to read my new books. I have 2 new books, and yeah, that's about it. Very excited to read it. Today, I do have to take everything back inside because a lot of times I leave the tag or one of my cards in here. So like, for example, this one, I leave in the car because otherwise she needs to like drag it downstairs and then drag it back upstairs for no reason, because you're gonna have to take it to work anyway. So I leave it in the car throughout the week, but then when it's weekend, I take it out of the car. And the same for the working backpack, and also for my Stanley Cup. I bring inside when it's weekend. So yeah, guys, that was it. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm really enjoying my bangs too. They need to be a little bit wider, but at this point I'm still like a bit too scared to cut more because I already cut my own bangs, guys. That was really courageous of me. So that was it. I'm gonna head inside and live my life, guys. All right. Bye.